Well, folks, this arrived in the mail the other day. I believe it came from a person named Quentin, and I have no idea what's inside. Nobody sent me any emails that I can recall about a parcel like this coming my way, so, yep, no idea what's inside, but I thought we'd do a bit of an unboxing here and find out exactly what is in this box. Anyway, let's get started here. I'm really curious. I honestly have no idea what could be inside. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Anyway, let's cut there. All right. Yeah, it looks like we've got a letter. Replication in miniature, Quentin Barnhart, model railroader, and then there's the email address. Specialize in any gauge, any era, locomotives or rolling stock, minimum to full super detailing, DCCs installed and or with sound, prototype, replication, scratch built or ready to run custom paint, weathering, and decals, basic and advanced restorations, track and layout planning. So there's that. And then here is the letter which came with it. And it says, Dear Harrison, I hope all is well with you and your family. My family and I want to say a huge thank you for making such fun content. My $2 love to watch your videos with me. We live in Las Vegas and summertime is prime time to be indoors in the air conditioning and play with trains as well as watch your live streams. A good friend of mine recently had his grandfather pass away, and I was asked to go through his collection. His grandfather was a train fanatic. I was told to sell what I could and donate what I couldn't. So here you go. There are a few locomotives we knew you would enjoy and that my friend's grandfather would love to see running and making someone happy. There are a few locomotives and a couple cars we sent you. And then it looks like they've made a list right here. Tyco GG1, brand new, never been run. I took it out of the box to inspect it. If there are any fingerprints, they are mine. And then it says Pico BR130 used. Not sure if it runs, but fantastic looking loco. No idea what that is. Riverossi slash AHM RSO thing. I have no clue what it is, but it does run. Needs a little lubrication. Die-cast switcher, Athern. Does not run, has a short. All the detail, though. Hershey tanker. Well, I mean, I couldn't send a guy with a Hershey factory a box without a Hershey car, right? Well, thank you very much for that. Baltimore and Ohio box car. Just put it on the track and roll it. You'll get a kick out of it. And it says to put a 9-volt battery, so I guess it must have some sort of function. I'm excited to see what that is. We hope you really enjoy these pieces, and hopefully we can watch you fix a couple of the engines. My layout is also an HO layout set around 1880 to 1899. It's a simple mountain pike with sharp turns and steep grades, necessitating double, triple heading, small steam engines, many with sound. I've included a few pictures for you, and you can see my work in action on YouTube under the name Quentin Barnhart. I also do a little side work on models, any scale, basic maintenance, repairs, additional detail, custom detailing. Want some SMT mainline HO decals, DCC install, and problem diagnosing decals, eh? That sounds cool. Again, thank you so much for making such wonderful content for my whole family. We're truly grateful that you keep the hobby fun and interesting and informative. Best wishes, the Barnhart family. What a letter! It means so much to read stuff like that, and it's so cool. I had no idea an entire family watched this. I always thought it was mostly just individuals, but I guess not. Anyway, here are some of the pictures of their layout, I guess. So it's a kit-bashed Model Power 460 DCC, no sound, named after my grandchildren's godfather, and Lord of the Rings. So I guess that's the name right there. Newest project, Ken Kidder Brass, 242, possibly named Ralph, full brass rebuild and remotor, all new paint, will have sound, added tungsten for additional weight. Wow, look at that. That's incredible. And I think we got a few more. So the VNTRR number 4 Virginia, fully scratch built has took second place for scratch build in an international competition. Wow, that's impressive. And then there's another one here. My wife's engine. I super detailed, has sound. Our home railroad is the ALFHEIM and AINCRAD. Wow, well, what a letter. Now, let's go through the box. I'm really curious to see. But, yeah, thank you so much for the letter. It's really cool getting to see these photos. And this is so well done. Really does mean a lot. Thank you. This is crazy right now. What a letter. I can't tell you how much that type of stuff means to me, receiving letters like that. Especially an entire family, too. That's so cool. Anyway, let's see what's in here. I'm really excited to see. It sounded like there were some very interesting things. I guess we'll just start with what's right in front of us, right? And it is it's Baltimore and Ohio. A cool looking box car. I think this is an old Tyco. Yeah, it's a Tyco. So that's pretty cool. I'll put that off to the side. Take out some other stuff here. This, judging by the weight, I think is another piece of rolling stock. Oh, it's another Hershey tank car. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for sending that. At this point, I've got pretty much an entire Hershey train. I'm going to have to set up some sort of a display in front of the Hershey factory. I don't know. All this stuff needs to have, you know, some sort of, I don't know, appreciation set up there, I think. Anyway, let's see what's in here. This has a lot of weight to it. Haha, look at that. Wow. This is it's a little Whitcomb switcher, I believe they're called. I bought one of these from Penline, although this one appears not to be from Penline. It is die cast, though, and it looks like it got some brass pieces down there. Very cool. What an interesting little locomotive. I love the 040, so that's just awesome. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for sending that. I think this is just, yeah, some extra packaging, but we'll unwrap this. Check that out, Penn Central. I have a N-scale Penn Central locomotive, which was sent in from David Z to G scale, but this might be my very first HO scale Penn Central locomotive. I've never seen one quite like this before, too. What a unusual design here with the cab. I'm sure someone will know something about this. I don't recall ever seeing photos of this before, model or in real life, so that's sort of interesting. Anyway, I'm just going to move everything over a little bit. Anyway, there. Let's have a look at whatever this is. Take this all off. Oh, so I think this is the Pico locomotive. What the heck is this? Let's see if we can get it out here. Interesting. What is this? Huh. Looks... Yeah, no, I've never seen anything quite like that before. I don't know what country this would be from. Certainly not North American, I can tell you that. But that's about as far as I can say about that one. It's really cool, though. I don't have any of the locomotives quite like this before, so that's very interesting to me. Anyway, let's see. I think... if I'm not mistaken, the last piece would be that GG1, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, check that out. Wow. That's amazing. Look at that. I think the locomotive needs to be turned around because the packaging is... opposite by this, but still so cool. You gotta love that 70s style too. So classic. You can see too, it really is. I don't see a single scuff on that thing. Mint condition. I don't even know if I want to take this thing out of the box, honestly. Like, if it's been sitting for this long, I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to deface any historical things there. Let's see what it looks like. BNR Railway. So that was a store this was evidently sold at some point. So cool. And this is Tyco's advertising for what they had, of course, the power torque drive system. They did a really good job back in the day at making these look like very sophisticated systems, even though they were actually very basic. I like how they advertised there being a 3-pole armature in it. Yeah, I gotta love Tyco. Well, anyway, what an impressive lot. I honestly can't believe this. It's so generous. Really, really cool. Let's check all of that out. So we're now going to test the various locomotives to see if they run or not. I think we'll start off with the little 040 just because, I don't know, I just really like the 040s. We'll go from the smallest engine to the biggest, I guess is kind of the chronological order of this. But anyway, we'll get this thing on here. Now, they did say this was shorted, so I suspect that's what it's going to do, but we'll see what this reads out. Well, it sounds like a motor's running. Current draw is kind of high, but yeah, I think it's all right. Just, yeah, there's clearly some sort of drive system problem with that, so yeah, that should be fun to fix at some point. I'm really curious. I don't know who this is by. It looks very similar to my Penline switcher, but it's a bit different, so yeah, I'm sure someone in the comments will know. If you do know, please put it down in the comments. And then next is the AHM here. This is such a really kind of unusual locomotive. I love it. Anyway, we're going to get it set up here. These old AHMs are fairly reliable, I find, and I think they said that this one ran, so pretty confident it will start. Anyway, yep, she's a runner. Probably could use some oil, but yeah, it's a runner nonetheless, so there's that. And next up is the BR130. No idea if this is going to run. It's certainly quite different from anything I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever run anything quite like this on the layout before, so curious if this is going to go. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's get this thing all set up on the track here. Well, look at that. It definitely runs. The weight needs to be reinstalled in it, but it's going. It's doing it. Huh. What a kind of unusual locomotive. Notice, too, it looks like we've actually got working headlights, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if this thing has directional lighting. Let's see. Oh, apparently it does. Wow. That's pretty cool. Here's the Baltimore and Ohio boxcar that they told me to put a battery in, so we're going to have a go at that. It was pretty easy to get the battery in. I just had to open up this little thing there, and there it was inside. So, yeah, now if we get this set up on the track. Oh. Well, that's fun. Wow. So this must be a later Tyco model, because of course David's E2G scale, he sent a similar thing. It was a Baby Ruth boxcar and it had sound, but this one actually has electronic sound. The other one just had basically this thing which would tumble some rocks around to make the sound. So yeah, this must be something later, maybe from the late 80s or early 90s, I don't know. Someone will probably know in the comments there. Anyway, why don't we attach a steam locomotive to this and let it pull this around. Alright, so I went and got my little lifelike 040 Atchison Topeka Santa Fe switcher all set up on the track there, and I also decided to put on the Hershey tank car just for kicks. Now, let's see, can this new boxcar give my old lifelike engine here some realistic chuffing sounds? Let's find out. Oh, that's fantastic. This may look a little bit better with a bigger steam engine, but still, I like the idea here. This is great. Of course, as we crank up the power, it goes even quicker. Absolutely fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah, I quite like that. I think James May would be proud. Well, folks, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If the members of the Barnhart family happen to be watching this right now, I just want to let you know, thank you so much for sending all this stuff. I really do appreciate it. I had a lot of fun unboxing all of it. It's all really kind of unique, so thank you for that. But also, thank you so much for this letter, because it really did mean a lot getting to go through all this. I can't tell you what this kind of stuff means to me. It really is quite special, so thank you very much for that as well. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank you all so much for watching.